We're going to go ahead and start right here with the anterior chamber of the eye, and it's this whole section. The conjunctiva is a clear membrane that connects to the outside, the outer part of the eye, the white part of it, over to line the eyelids. The canal of Schlemm, seen here as well as down here, is a canal that helps with the drainage system of a liquid called aqueous humor, which I'll talk about in just a sec. The iris, seen right here, is a portion of the eye that gives the color of your eyes. Its main purpose is to control the amount of light that comes in the eye. And the hole in between is actually called the pupil, which is where the light comes through the eye. Here we have the lens, and is a clear structure that helps with some of the refraction of the light that comes through, but it reflects the light to the posterior end of the retina. Then we have the cornea right here, which is also another clear structure. Its main purpose is to do most of the refraction that comes through, of the light that comes through. And we have the aqueous humor that I spoke about earlier that drains through the canal of Schlemm. It is produced down here in the ciliary bodies, and it comes and it occupies the whole anterior chamber. Its purpose is to provide some nurture. It helps with my eye pressure as well, and it is very important for the same amount of aqueous that is being produced to be drained in order to maintain that eye pressure. Then we have the suspensory ligament, which are connecting the ciliary body muscles to the lens. And the ciliary muscles right here, they help give the lens the curvature needed as the light comes through in order for it to come to the back of the eye. Next, talking about this portion of the eye, which is the posterior chamber, we have right here the sclera, which is that outer part, the white of the eye that I spoke about earlier, that the conjunctiva is connecting to. The next layer between the sclera and the retina, we have the choroid. And the choroid is made up mostly of blood vessels that provide the nourishment for the retina. The retina is this innermost layer of the eye. It contains nerve cells, photoreceptors. Those photoreceptors receive the light coming through the eye, and they transmit the light into electrical impulses. These electrical impulses they meet together here to the optic nerve, which later sends all of that information to the brain. Here we have the macula, this little indentation right there. And that is the area where we have a lot of cones, and it helps with the acuity of our vision. The fovea centralis is located in the center of the macula, and it's a very tiny spot, and that is made up exclusively of cones. And that is the area where we have our 20/20 vision. Here we have the optic disc, or the blind spot, and this is, like as I mentioned earlier, where our optic nerve is. The reason why it is a blind spot is because it is in this area that we don't have any photoreceptors, and it doesn't accept the light in this area, therefore creating a blind spot. The vitreous is also a humor, just like the aqueous is. It fills up this whole section, the posterior chamber of the eye. but it is not as liquidy as the aqueous humor is. It's actually more of a jelly-like substance, and it provides also nourishment to this whole section. It helps with some of the refraction as well, and it helps give the eye its structure. Here we have the ora serrata, and you can't really tell that well in this picture, but it is the area where the retina ends, and you can still see the choroid continuing on, attaching over to the ciliary body. As I said before, you can't really tell because in this picture it looks like the retina continues and it attaches directly to the ciliary body. But there is a gap there where you could see the choroid. And these are the different areas here of the eye, the main ones at least. A neat fact that I learned today actually is that when we are born, the retina and the nerve cells within are not fully developed yet, therefore making us be born basically visually impaired. We're not able to see things that clearly. Later on in life, they develop better, and we are able to gain clarity with our sight. And that is it.